Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture series of dynamic programming. So in today's lecture we will see what is dynamic programming is and how it is useful to solve non-linear optimization problem we will see in coming lectures. So let us say first we will discuss what is dynamic programming problem. Okay, so let's see. Dynamic programming was invented by an American mathematician, Richard Bellman, in 1950s to solve some optimization problem. It is used to solve a wide variety of discrete optimization problems such as scheduling, string editing, packaging and inventory management. So there are many more applications of dynamic programming which is used to solve some discrete non-linear optimization problem. So what is the main concept of this approach of this problem? So the main concept is to break the problem into sub problems, okay, which is called as stage, and combine their solution to get the solution of large problem. Basically what we have, suppose we have a large problem, large optimization problem, so we divide the large problem into sub problem and solve the last sub problem and use the data of that sub problem into the next optimization, next step. And similarly when we solve that problem, we use optimal solution or the solution obtained from that stage to the next stage. In this way we can solve a large problem. Okay, now dynamic programming is a journal algorithm technique for solving problem defined by or formulated as recurrence with overlapping sub instance. So what does it means? We will discuss it by an example. Now what the main idea? So main idea is set up an equation relating our solution to a large instant, a solution of some similar smaller instant. Okay, solve smaller instant. Smaller means sub problem. You break the problem into sub problem, solve smaller problem, recall the solution or record a solution of that sub problem or that small problem, and then extract solution and use it for next table. Okay, so you take a solution of that small problem or that sub problem and use the solution of problem into next table. In this way we will get back to the solution of larger problem. Okay, now how does the solution of dynamic programming problem comes? It comes from Bellman's principle of optimality. What does it state? It states that the optimal policy must be one such that regardless of how particular state is reached, all later decision proceeding from that state must be optimal. So that is Bellman's principle. What does it state? It states that whatever the solution obtained from the sub problem, use it in next table, and then if you repeat the same process until you get back to the primary table, then the solution remain optimal. Okay, so now let us discuss first a shortest path problem, and from this we will really have an idea what dynamic programming problem is and how it is useful to solve some non-linear problem. Okay, so now first use to find shortest path in a multi-stage graph. So you see this example here. We have a stage, we are having 4 nodes. Okay, node S, A, B and T. So these are the nodes or the cities or the station, and now these arc indicate the distance from this stage to other state, and it may be distance, it may be cost, or it may be some other value. Okay, so for S to A there are three different paths or three different cost. It may be these are, let C 3, 1 and 5. Okay, from A to B again we are having three different paths, 2, 4, 6. Say from B to T we are having two different paths, 7 and 5 units. Now what is the problem? The problem is to find a shortest path from S to T. Which path we should adopt so that distance from S to T is minimum. So how to find that path? So the easiest method is greedy method. Okay, so you see, if you start from S and come to A, okay, or not A. So from S to A there are three units. Unit 1 is having 3 value, 1 and 5. So what is the meaning? Our main aim is to find out the minimum distance or minimum path from S to A out of these three paths. So which one is minimum? 1 is minimum. Okay, so this straight line is the minimum path from S to A. So let us choose this one. Okay, then from A to B we are having three different paths again, 2, 4 and 6. Out of these three, which one is minimum? 2. So this is minimum from A to B. Okay, so from S to B, which one is minimum? There is a straight path of unit 1. Okay, and from this the path of 2 unit, that is total unit is 3. Okay, and from B to T we are having two paths, out of which 5 is minimum. Okay, so this part is minimum. That means if a person want to travel from S to T, so the minimum distance will be S to A is 1, A to B is 2, B to T is 5. Okay, so the total distance is 1 plus 2 plus 5, that is 8 unit. Okay, so 8 unit is the minimum path or the shortest path from S to T. So this is greedy method. Takes the minimum path from one node to another. Okay, so in this way we cover all the nodes and find out the minimum path or minimum distance. However, this method is not applicable for all type of network. So you will see if you take example number 2. So we have this network S to T. We have to find out the minimum path again from S to T. So if we apply greedy method, then from S to T, first we are having three nodes, A, B, C. Which one is minimum? We are having three values, 1, 2, 5. So which one is giving the minimum distance or minimum path? This one, S to A. If we apply greedy method. Okay, now we come to node A. From A to this stage we are having two paths, A to D and A to E. So which one is minimum? A to D is 4 unit, A to is 11 unit. So A to D is minimum. So from S to D we are having 1 plus 4 is equals to 5 units. Okay, now from D to T we are having only one path, which is of 18 unit. So total will be 18 plus 4 plus 1. So it is 23 by greedy method. So the minimum distance is SADT, which is of 23 units. But now if you take the shortest path, if you will see this path S to C, C to F, F to T. So S to C is 5 unit, C to F is 2 unit, F to T is 2 units. So the real shortest path is SCFT, which is of 9 unit. So this is minimum 9. This is much lower than 23. So that means greedy methods fail here. That means greedy method may be applicable for some simple network but may not be applicable for complicated network. So how can we find out the shortest distance if we have a complicated network? So if we have this type of problem, how do we find out the minimum distance or the shortest distance from node A to or from node S to T? Okay, so let's see. So suppose we have the path, we have to find out the minimum distance from node 1 to node 10. Okay, in the following network. So here is node 1, here is node 10, and we have to find out minimum path or minimum distance from node 1 to node 10. So how we proceed for this problem? Okay, so we can have two different methods, either by backward recursion or we can use forward recursion. Okay, so these are two methods by which we can solve this network. So suppose we have backward recursion. So how to solve? So first we will see certain terms. First we are having Dij distance from any node I to node J. Suppose you want to find out what is the value of D to 6. So it's a distance from 2 to 6. What is the value of distance from 2 to 6? You will see it's 2. So it's of 2 units. Similarly, what is distance from 5 to 7? Suppose you want to find out 5 to 7, distance is given in terms of 8 unit. Okay. Now what is Fi? Fi is minimum distance from any node I to node 10. Okay. So in general way you can write minimum distance. Suppose you want to find out from 5 to 10. So there are three cases. You can go from 5 to 7, 7 to 10, 5 to 8, 8 to 10, 5 to 9, 9 to 10. So basically how you can write it? From 5 to 7 plus minimum distance from 7 to 10. 5 to 8, minimum distance from 8 to 10. So F8 is there and this is 5 to 8. So you will minimize for all the J's. Minimum of all the J's you will find out. So let's see how you can find out first F10. F10 is what? Minimum distance from 10 to itself, and that will be 0. We know that distance from any node to itself is 0. Now we will see how you will find out minimum distance for node 9. From node 9 to node 10, if you will see, there is only one path. So minimum of any single quantities will be itself. So its value is what? 9. Now we will find out what is F8. F8 is, if you will see, it's again a single path. Its value is 7 units. So that is minimum itself. Similarly F7. F7 is again single path. So it is minimum value of F7, that is 8. Now let's we find out F6. So F6 is basically minimum path from 6 to 10. So there are three different cases. You can go from 6 to 7, then 7 to 10, 6 to 8, then minimum distance from 8 to 10. So you can write it as D7, 6 to 7 plus F7. So we are talking about 6 to 7 and then whatever minimum distance from 7 to 10 we are having. Okay. Similarly D6, 8 plus F8. and D6 to 9 plus F9. So put these values, you will get minimum of 6 to 7. What is the value? Distance value is 6. 6 we will write. From F7 you know minimum distance from 7 to 10 is 8. Similarly 6 8 is what? 7, and 7 plus F8 is again 7. Then F9 is 4. D6 to 9 is 4 plus F9 is what? 9. Add them and you will get 3 different terms, and you have to find out minimum of that. 6 plus 8 is 14, then 14 and 13. So minimum distance is what? 13. So what is the minimum distance from 6 to 10? It is 13, which is we are getting from F6 9. You will go from 6 to 9 and then 6 to 10 is minimum distance from 6 to 10. Similarly we will see what is F5. So F5 is minimum distance. Again, if you will see from 5, 3 different paths you are taking to stage 2, that is D5 to 7, then minimum distance from 7. D5 to 8, minimum distance from 8. D5 to 9, minimum distance from 9. Okay, so again put the values, you will get minimum. D5 7 is 8, so put the value 8. F7 is 8. D5 8 is what? 9. So 9 plus F8 is what? 7. Similarly D5 9 is 5, then plus F9. F9 is how much? 9. Okay, so put these values, minimum of 16, again 16 and 14. What will be the minimum value? So minimum path from 5 to 10 is what? Of 14 units, which is how you are getting from 5 to 9 you will travel, and from 9 to 10. So that will be minimum path from node 5 to 10. So we are calculating in backward. We are moving each stage backward. Okay. So now we will find out F4 first. So again it will be minimum distance of 2 paths. 2 cases are there. Either from 4 you can go to 5 or you can go to 6. And from 5 what will be the minimum direction? You will check that. So it is D4 to 5 plus D5 and D4 to 6 plus D6. Put these values. You have to find out minimum of 4 to 5 is what? 2, and D5 is what? 14. Similarly 4 to 6 is 3, and minimum value is 13. So you have to find out minimum of 16 and 16. So its minimum is 16 unit. So you can use any path. Both are of same values. Either you go from 4 to 5, 5 to 9, 9 to 10, or you go from 4 to 6, 6 to 9, or 9 to 10. Okay. Now similarly we will see what is F3. F3 is what? Minimum of D3 5. It is again going to 2 different nodes, plus F5 and D3 6 plus F6. So its value is minimum of D3 5 is what? 4 plus D5 value is, you will see, is 14. Similarly D3 to 6 is 5 units and D6 is 13 units. So you have to find out minimum of 18 and 18, which is 18 itself. So again both the path will give you same value. Now we will see F2. Okay, so you will see minimum of D2 to 5 plus F5, D2 to, it's not plus, here we are having comma sign. Okay, D2 to 6 plus F6. So again 2 to 5 is 3 unit, so write 3. D5 is what, 14, and next is D26 is 2 plus 13. So you have to find minimum of 17 and 15. So which one is minimum? 15. And how you are getting that 15? You are getting from 2 to 6. So from 2 to 10, what is the minimum path? You will go from 2 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 10. Okay. Now final node, from 1 to 10 you have to find out the minimum path. So again 3 different cases are there. So you have to find out minimum distance from D1 to 2 and F2. 1 to 2 you will see, and minimum distance from 2 to 10. Similarly, D1 to 3 plus minimum distance from 3, D1 4 plus minimum distance from 4. Okay, put the values. Minimum distance from 1 to 2 is what? 5. So 5 plus F2 is how much? F2 is 15. Okay, similarly 1 to 3 is 7 and F3 is what? 18. Okay, then 1 to 4 is 6 plus D4 is 16. Okay, now calculate them. So what you are getting? You are getting minimum of 20, 25 and then 8 plus 6 is 24. So what is minimum value? Minimum value is 20 out of 3. Okay, so minimum distance from 1 to second stage is what? 20. 20 how you are getting? If you will see, I am getting 20 from this calculation. So 1 to 2 is minimum path, and from 2 to 10 we have to see what is minimum path. So how we will see? Your path will be what? Minimum path will be what? You will go from 1 to 2. First you will go from 1 to 2 is the minimum path from this stage to this stage. Okay, so you will move from 1 to 2. From 2 to next stage, what is minimum? From 2 we have seen what is minimum? 15. How you are getting 15 is when you will go from 2 to 6. So you will go from 2 to 6 is the minimum of these two paths. Okay, now in 6, if you will see, in 6, 13 how you are getting? When you are going from 6 to 9. So from 6 to 9 is your minimum path from this stage to this stage. Okay, and from 9 to 10, if you will see, what is minimum path? It's 9 itself. So this yellow colored path is your minimum path from node 1 to node 10. So 1 to 2, 2 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 10. Okay, and what is minimum path value? It is 20. You can check here also. If you will see, I will just rub this. So it is all the things I will rub on the circuit first. Okay, so that's my circuit. So if you will see, from 1 to 2, how many units you are having? 5. 2 to 6, its value is 2. Then 6 to 9, its value is 4. And 9 to 10, its value is 9. If you sum them, what is the total value? 20. That is the same you are getting from here, that minimum value from 1 to 10 is of 20 units. Okay, and the minimum path is from 1 to 2, 2 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 10. How you are getting? You are calculating backward. So 20 how you are getting? You are getting from 1 to 2. Okay, so in 2 what is the minimum? Minimum is 2 to 6 is the minimum. In 6, what is minimum? 6 to 9 is the minimum. And from 9, what is the minimum? 9 to 10 itself is minimum. Okay, so that's how you will do the backward recursion algorithm to find the shortest distance between your two different nodes. Okay, now this is one way of solving and finding the shortest distance between node 1 to node 10. In backward, what we have done, we have started from node 10 and come to node 1. Now we also use forward recursion algorithm. We will see how we can solve problem in forward recursion algorithm. Okay, so in forward recursion algorithm, Fij is same, Dij is same. Fi is a minimum distance from node 1 to any other node. Instead of following them backward from 10 to any node to 10, we were checking in backward direction, but now we will move in forward direction. We will check from 1 to any node. Okay, so almost same things are there. So first we will see what is from F1 to F1, that is 0, F1 to F2 is 5, F1 to F3 is 7, F1 to F4 is 6. Okay, then we will find the minimum distance from F1 to F5. Again, two different paths are there. Okay, three different paths are there. Either you go like this, or you go like this, or from 4 to 5. Okay, so you have written 2 to 5, 3 to 5, 4 to 5, and minimum distance from 1 to 2. Okay, again, what is the minimum? Minimum is 8. Similarly, in 6, what is minimum? Minimum is 7. How you are getting? 6 you are getting from these two values. Okay, 7 you are getting from first. Okay, now for 7 we will do the same calculation. Minimum is 13, you are getting from 6 to 8. Okay, for 8 minimum you are getting from 6 to 8. For 9 you are getting from 6 to 9. Okay, like that you have done. Again, in final case, from 1 to 10 you are getting minimum from F9 to 10. Okay, so now we will see the direction. So F10 minimum you are getting from 9. Okay, so from 9 you are having your minimum path. Next, what is there? Minimum path is from 6 to 9 is minimum. In 9 what is your minimum path is from 6 to 9. So this is your minimum. Now we will move to 6th, because now from 6 we have to see, not from another node. So from 6, what is the minimum you are getting? From 2 you are getting minimum. So now we will see for 2 you are getting from 1 itself is the minimum. Okay, so this is your minimum path. Okay, so this is forward recursion algorithm for this question, and we obtain the same path. Find out that the path from 1 to 2, 2 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 10 is the shortest path, and its value is also 20 you are getting. So this is just an illustration that how can we solve such a complicated network using forward or backward recursion. But this is not dynamic programming approach. So how can we solve this type of programming problems of shortest path using dynamic programming approach? So that we will see in the next lecture. That's how can we solve such problem using dynamic programming problem. Okay, so thank you very much for today's lecture.